The Statement of Support Program, or SOS, is part of the ESGR Employer Outreach Program and is a key part of ESGR's effort to gain and maintain employer support for the Guard and Reserve. The SOS gives employers a quick and easy way to publicly show their support for the men and women who serve voluntarily in the Guard and Reserve. The SOS is a public expression of support by an employer showing that they appreciate and value the role our reserve components play in our nation's defense. The SOS certificate features the seals of the 7 reserve components and is signed by the Secretary of Defense and the National Chair of ESGR. Once the employer signs the SOS, they are encouraged to frame it and display it in their place of business for their employees and the public to see. The Statement of Support signing can be formal or informal, depending on the wishes of the employer who agrees to do the signing. If it's a major company or an organization that is interested in signing a statement of support, you should contact your area chair or the ESGR support staff, who will let the state chair know and, if appropriate, the ESGR headquarters staff as well. For major SOS signing events, state chair will determine the appropriate level of state committee coordination and participation. The following presentation will take you through the basics of coordinating and conducting a more formal SOS signing ceremony.
Hello, Gail. This is Mike Holub of the Illinois Employer Support of the Guard and Reserve. We met recently at the conference when you stopped by our booth in Springfield. At the conference, we talked briefly about the ESGR Statement of Support ceremony, and you left your business card with me and indicated you might want to conduct a ceremony at your place. So I'm wondering if within the next 2 weeks you might find an opportunity to set up a Statement of Support signing. A board meeting would be very appropriate for a signing ceremony. In fact, if you'd like, we could open your board meeting with the signing, and then you could continue on with the rest of your agenda. July 1st is a good day for me. Great. All right, then I will look forward to seeing you at your board meeting at 10 o'clock on July 1st. Thanks, Gail. Okay, goodbye.
Once the location, date, and time for the signing ceremony has been set, you should prepare the following for the ceremony: ESGR pin for document signing, folder with ESGR informational materials. To print the company's name on a SOS, set the document to 8.5 by 14 paper size and top margin to 1 inch and select centered text. Type the company's name on the document. A good font to use is 24-point Times New Roman. Remember to check before printing to make sure the company's name is spelled correctly. If time and location allow, the support staff can prepare the SOS for you ahead of time.
Good morning, Mike. Welcome to Acme Finance. We're so happy to have you with us today.
Hi, Gail. Nice to see you again. I'm really happy to be here today.
Great. The board's waiting for us. Shall we go in?
Yeah, let's go do the signing.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Good morning. This is Mike Holub. He's with ESGR, and he's going to talk to us today about the National Guard and Reserve.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
As Gail said, my name is Mike Holub. I'm a volunteer with the Employer Support of the Guard and Reserve. We're an office of the Department of Defense with volunteers like me nationwide who seek support from employers for those serving in the Guard and Reserve. And I'm here today because your CEO, Gail, has agreed to sign a statement of support for the Guard and Reserve. Now, a statement of support is a way for organizations and companies like Acme Finance to show their support of the Guard and Reserve. The statement of support, or SOS as we call it, is a document that you sign, keep, and display to show your employees and your customers that you proudly support those serving in the Guard and Reserve. When we talk about what it takes to serve in the Guard and Reserve, we often refer to a three-legged stool.
The first leg of that stool is the service member themselves, who raises their right hand and volunteers to protect and defend our nation. The second leg is the service member's family. Without their support, the member will not continue to serve. The third leg is the civilian employer. Without the continued support of employers like Acme Finance Company, the service member wouldn't be able to continue to do our nation's bidding. Without any one of these three legs, the stool would topple. So while signing a statement of support might seem like a small thing, It means more than you know to the readiness of our National Guard and Reserve.
Well, on behalf of the Department of Defense, ESGR, and the men and women of the Guard and Reserve, we thank you for signing the statement of support today.
To briefly summarize the SOS, it says, "We recognize the Guard and Reserve are essential to the strength of our nation and the well-being of our communities. Therefore, we join other employers in pledging that we fully recognize, honor, and enforce the Uniformed Services Employment and Reemployment Rights Act, USERRA. Our managers and supervisors will have the tools they need to effectively manage those employees who serve in the Guard and Reserve. We appreciate the values, leadership, and unique skills service members bring to the workforce and will encourage opportunities to hire Guardsmen, Reservists, and veterans. We will continually recognize and support our country's service members and their families in peace, crisis, and in war."
I'm honored, Mike. You know, we currently have 2 employees who are members of the Guard who've been called up to active duty in Afghanistan. And I know I speak for all of us when I say how much we appreciate and value their contributions to the company and how very proud we are of them for serving their country, our country. So it's just an honor to sign this today, and we will hang it in the lobby so that everyone can see it.
And perhaps we can ask the photographer to take a group photo.
Hopefully you found this presentation helpful, and it gave you a good overview of how to coordinate and conduct a Statement of Support signing ceremony. If you have any questions, you can contact your area chair, the Employer Outreach Director, or the ESGR support staff. And good luck with your first SOS signing ceremony.